friends, and welcome to Express Lane, the show that brings you speedruns in 60 minutes or less. I'm your host, Oscar424, with occasional guest appearances from our hosts, Frey and Galahad is here kind of just chilling right now for a reason we'll get to in just a second. First, I have one really quick thing to say, and that is that Games Done Quick will be holding a weekend marathon from October 11th through the 13th, which is, this weekend! And it's going to be in support of all those that have been affected by Hurricane Helene. So you want to stay tuned starting at 6 p.m. Eastern this Friday, and we're going to support direct relief. All you have to do is put !DRDQ in the Twitch chat to look at the schedule. So, speaking of schedules, today is a very special day, and this is why Galahad is here. Because it's his birthday! Yeah, it's your birthday, big man! Say hi! He is turning 7 today, and he asked me to do a really big favor because he wanted to paw pick 4 really cool runs for today's show, and that's what I got to do. So we're looking at the schedule, Galahad, and you seem to pick, let's see, we have Banjo-Tooie coming up, we have Toree 2, we have Frogmonster, and to start things off, we have Frogun Encore with the Hellfridge. So the Hellfridge, take it away.
Hello, everyone. I'm the Hellfridge. Happy birthday,
Yay.
Galahad. You're the goodest, chunkiest boy of the day.
Oh, he's chunk.
Oh my god, he's so chunk. I love him. This is Frogun Encore, the sequel, or it's like standalone sequel spin-off to Frogun, which I think was featured at GDQ a couple years ago. It's indie 3D platformer. It sort of looks like Mega Man Legends. It sort of plays like nothing else. You're Renata, you have a gun that's also a frog, and you use it to like sling around and do fast things. There's 2 things before I get started. Like the first thing, I'm going to explain the most important trick, which is the sling jump. You will see me like shoot against a wall and then like do a jump, and it's going to be really fast, and I'm going to do that immediately. The other important thing is I do not run Frogun or its sequel, Frogun Encore, without wearing a special item on my hat. So this frog hat was made by my girlfriend.
Yay!
It was made by my girlfriend when I started speedrunning Frogun like 2 years ago, and I always wear that when I run this game.
It.
With that being said, you know the sling jump, you are seeing the screen, we can get started. And Asuka, if you have any questions in between, just like chime in, and if I don't explain anything correctly, let's just like ask. All right, let's start in 3, 2, 1, go.
Good luck.
So the story is basically, in the first game, there was an evil fly that kidnapped Renata's parents. And now somebody wants to bring the evil fly back, and we have to stop that. So that was the sling jump, and you will see all of this beautiful level geometry, and we will try our best to ignore most of that. And there's a little cutscene trigger. We skip that, and that's level 1. The game has 20 levels, 4 worlds, and 5 levels each. There's going to be a boss at the end of each world. And in level 2, there's going to be the second most important trick, or it's maybe the most important trick. We call it safety pot. The reason it's called safety pot are entirely PG and legal, because it's a pot that you use for safety. And I'll show you why. So there's this pot, and there's this funny thing you can do with it, which is this. Normally, you're supposed to like not be able to latch onto grabbable objects that you can carry. But if you re-grab the pot at the exact right moment, you can just like latch onto it as if it were a wall, and that way you can skip large gaps. And we will use that a lot throughout this run.
Oh, cool.
Also, this game, it's like, what you will hear me say a lot is coming up is one of the hardest tricks in the game, because there's a lot of them, especially in the second half. And this level has the least consistent trick in the entire game, and I will attempt it once. And if it doesn't work, there's a very easy alternate route. So we're gonna get up here, and there is like a waterfall here, and we want to get up there. And it didn't work. That's fine, but there's a safer way. There's a weird and wacky death plane there.
Weird.
And we haven't quite figured it out yet. Like, we don't know. I sort of vaguely know where it is. I don't know how to not trigger it, so that's the way we use. And just like that, that's level 3. Also, I just used the D-pad. The D-pad is a very powerful tool in this game because it allows for very precise directions. And sometimes I will niftily have to switch between the stick and the D-pad to do precise inputs.
Oh, wow.
For example, I will just hold up the entire time for this level, for the beginning, because you just have to go in a straight line. What's notable about the sling jump is, like, basically you have 3 shots. You get 1 shot, like, from the ground, and in the air you can do 2 more shots. Like, sometimes that's just necessary to cover distance, and sometimes it's also just nice to have to sort of, like, readjust in midair. You have, like, this little stop in the air. But yeah, coming up is the first boss. There is a faster route, but I'm going to use a slightly slower route just to show off something cool. In the first Frogun, you used to be able to get into the boss arenas from the outside. You can still do that in this level only. It's sadly not faster, but it looks cool, so we're going to do it and just invest those couple of seconds for more fun. Also, you see me taking damage a lot. It doesn't matter. It's fine. We have 6 health, and that's plenty. And just like that, this is the boss, and we're just zooming into there.
Oh, wow.
It's a wonderful game. So, at the beginning of the boss, you just saw me go into the menu, because there's auto-aiming in this game. For everything except the bosses, we have auto-aiming off. However, these bosses we have to hit with projectiles, and it's very finicky to do if you don't have auto-aiming on. So it's generally quicker, unless you're some a god of aiming, to just turn auto-aiming on. And the bosses are... In the first game, in the first Frogun game, the bosses were sort of like extended cutscenes. Yeah, good boy.
They're excited.
It's a good game, I know. You should play it too. It's wonderful. In this game, the bosses have energy, life bars, as you can see, and a certain amount of hits that you have to give them. And they're a bit random. They can screw you over. This is a very dangerous attack, so I'm just gonna stand here. Phew, that was tough. But overall, you have to be very much more mindful of the bosses compared to the first game, where you learn them once and then it's kind of fine. And that's World 1.
Nice.
Yeah, Worlds 1 and 2 are kind of they ease you into it, but World 3 and 4 they're the gauntlet. It's one of those nice games that puts all of the hard stuff right at the end. And I think World 2 is the shortest of the bunch. I would love to tell you the names of the levels, but I have forgotten most of them. I wrote them down in the beginning when I learned the route. And then you just don't see the names on the hub world anymore. And then you forget them.
Honestly, relatable.
They all
Definitely relatable.
They have really good level names. There's columns and architecture. There's a waterway. There's a cave. It's good levels. Also, what I'm talking the whole time, also the game has banger music, in my opinion. So maybe for this level, I will just let it run. Because I love the violin. You can also do this, a little double jump. Also, the levels are just too short to hear the whole track. So that's why you should definitely get this game and play it casually and get all the collectibles and just listen to the music.
So those grab jumps, is there a set limit that you can do, or it's just as long as you can grab onto something, you can do it an unlimited number of times?
As long as grab onto things, if you dash into a wall, you can do them as much as you like. But normally if you don't grab anything, you have 2.
Gotcha.
So this is a skull zone. There's this optional collectible, like these skulls, and you're supposed to like find the portal, get the skull, and get out of there. But you can also like get in there from the outside. This is the only level in this game where you can do that, and it basically teleports you towards the end of the level.
Oh, wow.
In the first Frogun, you like used to do that a lot. There's so many places where you can get into the skull zone from the outside, and I think the dev like got privy to that, and it's like this is the only level where the skull zone is even reachable from the outside. And it was like, okay, I'm gonna give you this one. He knew that I was gonna play this and that I wanted to do this. That's my headcanon.
I think it works.
So this is one of the shortest levels. I'm gonna use the D-pad here to not accidentally destroy the pot. And just like that, we're almost at the end of World 2.
Oh, nice.
And I think we're on a good pace even. It looks nice. So yeah, the world record at the moment is 20 minutes, 15 seconds. I'm trying to get the sub 20. However, the last boss is really mean. I'm going to talk more about that later. And also, like, being an adult with responsibilities really limits your potential.
Understandable.
Maybe I should quit my job. No, I will not do that. So boss number 2, I used to hate this boss. Now I kind of love it. But it's super unreliable. I also forgot like the name of the evil fly that tries to like resurrect the other evil fly. The other evil fly is called Beelzebub, although it's a fly. Apparently it's also a bee. I don't know. But he has all of these like Dr. Eggman-ish contraptions, and honestly, I love them. This boss you have to hit like 15 times, and it's random whether he gives you 3 or 2 of these bombs with each attack. So we want to have 3 as much as possible.
Gotcha. Actually, a question I saw in chat just now, if they were curious if the creator is active within like the Frogun speedrunning community, or they just kind of
yes. I mean, the Dev and I, like, we've been like texting a lot about Frogun these past years. I might be his biggest fan, and he's also like in the Frogun speedrun Discord. It was super nice. Like when Frogun Encore came out, we were basically like live tweeting our experiences, and he was super nice about like making adjustments to things, or things that weren't quite working, or not as intended, or not as we wanted them to. Nah, he didn't go that far. But the dev is super cool. Like, he's aware of the speedrunning community. And not only he, but also I would love for more people to get into Frogun and Frogun Encore because, of course, I'm biased because I've been playing this for way too long. But they do deserve a lot more love.
Yeah, any dev that kind of like is willing to interact in a positive way with a community, especially a speedrunning community, gets instant props in my book. Because that is not always the case. So it's very refreshing to see.
Totally. No, it's a super nice dude from Spain. Hola, molegato. I'm not sure if he's probably not watching me sleeping. It's like greetings from Germany. I haven't said the GDQ thing. Greetings from Germany.
From actually greetings from Germany.
Actual greetings from actual Germany. It's way too early in the morning here.
Which, yeah, we appreciate you for taking the time way too early in the morning.
Nah, it's fine. So this is one of the coolest levels. If this works out, I will not touch the ground. And that's how you like not touch the ground and beat the level. That went perfectly.
What?
I'm overjoyed. This is such a cool level. Also,
so
like
cool.
Another important thing about this game is slopes. Slopes are so powerful in this game. Like, you can just do wonderful things by just like sliding off a roof and just going fast. That's the big thing that makes Frogun Encore, in my opinion, a way cooler speed game than the first one. And the first one, you have a lot of cool tricks, but there is a lot of like slow walking in between. And here you just don't have that. Like, even if you die and death is costly in this game, you're usually like back to your shenanigans within a matter of seconds. That's a death. That's absolutely fine. We have plenty of checkpoints. But also, like, we're now in World 3, and World 3 is where runs go to die. And if they don't die there, they die at the very end.
Gotcha.
But it's all the good thing is also it has like a bunch of the coolest tricks. Like, I haven't said it yet, but I should have already said like at least 3 times that coming up is one of the hardest tricks in the game.
Oh.
Ah, this is fine. There we go.
Wow.
However, coming up is one of the hardest tricks in the game. It's a trick like I put in there just out of spite. Like when I was still routing this game, I was like, hey, like how much of the level architecture can you use for speedrunning? And the answer is yes. If this works first try, it's gonna look really cool. But it's also gonna look cool if it works 5th try. So I have time.
All right.
The kid doesn't get up until like 3 hours from now. So that's the first trick. There we go. That's nice.
Oh.
Ah! That's exactly how that was supposed to go. I'm super happy. Yeah, that little pole, like I saw that game. I was streaming like with a friend from the Discord. I was like, there's these poles. Like, you can probably stand on those, right? You could do that in the first game, and it just worked.
Nice.
It's wonderful.
Well done.
Yeah, this is going really well. This is being like a really nice run. And also, like this level is the point where you know whether you have a run or not. Like if that level goes first try, then it's on.
Nice.
Then the nerves kick in. So coming up is the 3rd boss, who is like the coolest boss in this game. Oh, there was a death plane that I've never encountered before. I did the other GDQ thing of like the thing that never happens before happening.
You gotta say it as you should. You know how to say it.
That never happened before.
Yay! You're just checking off all the boxes right now.
I mean, I have like 10 years plus of watching experience. I have my handbook in my brain.
Yeah.
So this is the only boss that is 100% consistent if you don't miss a single hit. So first he's gonna do like 3 of these, another 3 of these. Now he's gonna come over, do a cool pose. He's gonna do 3 more of the little needles, and then he's like, okay, the needles aren't working when I punch, but he still get health, so more needles, cool. Okay. Oh, that attack I have never seen before. After that, he transforms because, like, obviously my tricks are not working. What do I do now? Maybe now that I have a bigger robot, I should do more punching. So he does more punching and does a little twirl. That's sweet. And another twirl, and it's like, okay, now I gotta get my rocket fist. And maybe a second rocket fist. And maybe a 3rd rocket fist. Now I have to think a bit and do a 4th rocket fist. Now I gotta trip him with a little twirl, another twirl, and maybe a 5th rocket fist and a 6th rocket fist. By this point, like, he's almost dead. It's like, okay, I have this punching trick still, so I'm gonna do that. Still not working. Maybe a rocket fist? I don't know. And luckily, like, nicely, he's going out of the way for us. So we're just in the middle of the room at the end, and we can just immediately pick up the emblem. This is the emblem, by the way, the pickup at the end of each level.
So, like, do you pick up different parts of it throughout the levels, or is it just... Because I've noticed, like, the head tends to be the only part not filled in.
Yeah, like, it's basically like the little, like, achievements for each level, like getting all of the collectibles, doing it without dying,
gotcha.
And within a certain time frame.
Okay.
So I forgot to turn off auto-aiming. Coming up is, like, one of the hardest tricks in the game. Which is this, but also like this entire level is the hardest trick in the game. Like, this is probably the level that took us the longest to route. Because it just has all of the things. Also, like, you have these seesaws, and they're super cool because if you, like, turn them like that, you can just slide off the other side and do things like that. And I'm super happy that worked first try.
Oh my god.
I'm making this look so swaggy. Like, I have no idea. I have no idea where this run is going so well, but I'm also not complaining. But we're almost at the end of our adventure. Like we have 4 more levels.
So what makes that so
yes,
like tricky? Is it just like the distance, or like how precise you have to hit the targets, or?
It is like getting used to like the distance, and also just like the fact that whenever you fail one of these tricks, you die. Like most of the time, you're over thin air. So,
gotcha.
It just takes a lot of like discipline to be like, okay, I have to shoot at the exact right moment. And if you fail, then you maybe have a second try. But yeah, getting that consistency is probably the trickiest part.
Gotcha.
So we got 3 more levels. Coming up is probably not one of the hardest tricks in the game, but this is like the last level that's nice to us, where it's like, yeah, you can do shenanigans. You have plenty of options. Although there is like one mean part about it, because we're gonna do another safety pot, but there's only 2 pots. So if I fail this twice, then I'm gonna cry. I'm gonna cry on stream.
No.
It's fine. It's cool to try. But that worked perfectly. That's wonderful. That's probably one of the hardest tricks in the game. But it's nothing compared to what's coming up. We're up to the final 2 levels.
I like how you're like, this is hard. I'm gonna cry. No, I'm just gonna first try this. It's fine.
I'm not trying to be cool. This just happens. It's for some reason like this is going super well, and I'm very happy about that. So for the majority of this level, I'm going to only use the D-pad, because if you don't use the D-pad, this trick coming up is going to be super hard. We used to have a slower and safer way of doing this until I was like, no, I want to do this on marathons and stuff. We're gonna try this again because it's just too cool if it works. So basically, you're not supposed to get to the roof of this giant wall, so we went there anyway. And also, you're probably not supposed to like jump off things and like sling off them immediately. But if you use the D-pad, you can also do it with a stick. It's just much harder. Gotta give it a 3rd try.
You got it.
And if it doesn't work, we're gonna use like the workaround, which I hope I remember how to do, by the way. Maybe I'm going to try this a 4th time. I don't know. Oh, this is fine. This is fine. I'm just going to get back up. That's cool. Also, like, it's just fun to jump around this architecture. It's so, like, this game just lets you do things. So 4 times is the charm, or was it the 3rd time? I don't know. I think it was the first try.
Every time's the first try.
Exactly. Like there's a first, 3rd try for everything. And just like that, we're up to the final level. And I have said that a couple of times, but coming up is probably the hardest trick in the entire game, which is wonderful for like the very end of the run. So if you want to like get a good time in this game, and the game just throws the hardest thing at you at the very end. It's not the boss. The boss is a mini for a different reason, which I will explain shortly. But the hardest trick is right at the beginning, and I'm gonna focus a little bit. There we go. That worked first try.
What?
I'm happy. Yeah, that was.
Oh, wow.
That's definitely like the hardest trick in the game. The rest of this level is relatively easy, which would be like a prime situation for me to die or do something like that. Run into these very easily dodgeable needles on the ground. But yeah, coming up is the longest thing that you do in this game, and that is fight the final boss. You have to hit him 30 times, and he can be super mean to you. So he has a bunch. That's Psy Beelzebub. So the bad fly succeeded. Oh no, the evil fly from the first game is back, and it's a robot.
What?
Oh, I should maybe turn on auto aiming. You can shoot rockets now, and problem is with him, he can really screw your run, and there's nothing you can do about it. Because there's gonna be an attack where he shoots lasers from his eyes, which on paper is very, very cool, and everybody should be able to do that. However, in reality of this fly universe, there is between 4 and 6 rocks that can appear. Right now we got 4. Oh, we got 5. That's good. So this could be a fast fight. He's gonna do that attack twice. I missed 1 rock, so we're back to where we were. If he does 4 rocks twice, it's just gonna add another cycle to his attacks, and that can make your run just 40 seconds longer. And there's, at this point, nothing that I know that you can do about that. And I have lost the sub 20 to that.
Ooh.
Yeah. So this 20. So the world record before the 2015 was 2017. Mm-hmm. And that had 3 deaths, and the 2015 had 0 deaths, and it was all just because of the final boss.
Oh, jeez.
But it's fine, the game is still amazing. And I'm still not tired of playing it, so the sub 20 is gonna happen at some point.
Oh, I believe. And chat, in case you don't know,
so
we're watching the current world record holder play this, so I believe him when he says it'll happen.
Yeah, also, like, there's, like, 2 other people on the leaderboard, so you should get in there. Like, I'm in my 30s. I don't have that much time for speedrunning, so you should get into this game and get really good at it and show me how it's done.
Dude.
So I should maybe, like, stop goofing off and, like, not die. Otherwise, that's just gonna be, like, 3 more minutes. Okay, he could also just, like, spawn into me. That's fine and cool and fair. I mean, if I die, I'm just gonna, like, show it off again, just better. Or I'm gonna, like, really, like, clutch it.
Do it.
So 5, we like that. So if everything turned out right, this should trigger the final phase. Yeah, he's gonna do the pillars once more. They're really easy to dodge, by the way. Like, this just looks cool, and you can do that at home for free. So coming up is the final attack. Just gonna activate all of these things, hit him a bunch of times. And there we go. That's time.
GG!
Like, Renata took off her hat. That's what happens when she only has, like, 1 health left. So I'm going to take off my hat, too. It's like, shout out to my girlfriend who made this.
Aww.
She's wonderful. I love her.
It's so cute. Love
and
it.
that's a good time.
Yeah.
That's a very, very solid time.
Yeah. Well done.
Yeah, that's Frogun Encore.
Yay! Oops.
Shout outs to the Frogun Speedrun Discord. Shout outs to Shovel, to Trader, to Daka, to Mrs. Giza Maluk, who have been a joy to, like, play games that have Froguns in it with. Shoutouts to my family. Shoutouts to Galahad. Like, Galahad, happy birthday. Good boy.
Yeah.
You're just the best. You picked a really good game for your birthday.
Yeah.
I'm so happy to, like, gift that to you.
GGs.
But yeah, also, like, you should all stay hydrated. That's very important.
Always. Yeah, everybody, keep those GGs coming for the Hell Bridge with that absolutely amazing run of Frogun Encore. But before we go to break, I just want to remind everybody that your subs, your Prime Gaming subs, your gift subs, and any and every bit cheered on the GDQ Twitch channel, which is this one right here, does help support Games Done Quick, Hotfix, and shows like Express Lane, like Awfully Silly, and all the other amazing shows. So if you enjoy watching speedruns like this and all the others, maybe consider subscribing to the channel. You can get access to our awesome emotes and chat, and yeah, just chat with other subscribers during our replays. So sit tight, do a quick hydration break, because again, stay hydrated, and we'll be back with Jaxler running Frogmonster. Stay tuned. Welcome back, friends, for another awesome game on Express Lane, celebrating Galahad's birthday with an awesome set of 4 really cool paw-picked games. games. Before we get to that, though, I have two quick things I need to say. First and foremost, in case you hadn't heard, GDQ 2025 is going to be live from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania from January 5th to the 12th. Registration and hotel booking are now in fact open. So all you gotta do is head to gamesdonequick.com and check the GDQ 2025 important dates section to learn everything you need to know about what's coming up. Also, UBF is returning as GDQ's first Black charity event called Back to Black, and that will be live February 7th through the 9th. Run submissions are open right now. So, and they're going to be open through November 5th. Head over to submissions.gamesdonequick.com for more info on that. But, looking at the schedule again, we are going from one frog game to another frog game with Frogmonster and Jaxler, so take it away.
All right, what's good, everybody? I'm Jaxler, and I'm going to be showing you Frogmonster any percent. So we actually got to do this on Hotfix like a couple of months ago, but since then things got really broken. So we're really excited to show you how the run has come since then. So joining me on the mic is Cave, if you want to introduce yourself.
Yo, I'm Cave. I also run Frogmonster.
So if you've never seen this game before, this game is so sick. It's a 3D Metroidvania FPS with just like this beautiful voxel art style, like amazing FPS combat, like Dark Souls caliber bosses. This game really has it all. And it's one of the best games to come out of last year. And it is just an awesome run too. It's got the whole package. So before we get started, I just want to briefly mention we're going to be playing on classic difficulty as opposed to easier mode. There's no difference between like DPS or enemy health pools between difficulties. The only difference is that enemies move slower on easier, which is actually slower because we want enemies to move towards us. We want bosses to move faster. We'll get into that a bit more once we're actually fighting some enemies. But Oscar, if we're good to go, then we can start time as soon as I press confirm. So
yeah, whenever you're ready to go.
All right, I'll count for 3 and we'll start on go. 3, 2, 1, go.
Good luck.
Thank you. Yeah. So welcome to Frogmonster, everybody. So you're gonna notice right off the start that we are a frog with a gun.
As you do.
And we have two things at our disposal right at the start. We have this 6-shot pistol with infinite ammo, kind of like the pistol that you get in Doom Eternal, where it's like a weak weapon, but you always have ammo for it. And our alt fire in this game is our tongue, and we can use our tongue to eat things. And Kate, would you explain what I'm going to be trying to eat on the way through this first combat?
Yeah, so there's 3 bugs specifically. There's the frog that gives you a longer tongue, the dragonfly, which is going to give you a marginal damage boost as well as a tighter bullet spread, and then the fly, which you see Jaxter grab there, gives you reload faster. Every bug, when you grab them, is going to give you an active effect that lasts a short amount of time after you eat them, as well as the permanent effect if you equip it, which he's about to do here, pretty similar to Hollow Knight badge system.
Yeah, so we're going to put fly on for the faster reload speed. I also equip the frog for a longer tongue. We haven't caught a dragonfly yet, so we're going to use the longer tongue to try to help us. The dragonfly is pretty annoying and moves pretty fast, so I'm going to be using some like audio cues in the background to try to listen for it. I haven't seen a good opportunity for one yet, but we'll see in this next fight here. We're going to pick up a chest over here. Give me that one, please. Thank you. Okay, good save.
Nice.
Dave, you want to explain how the spells work?
Yep, so spells do a decent amount of damage and also are our main form of healing. The spell Jaxter just picked up is Fireball and is one of 3, maybe 2. I can't quite remember the new route, but it's one of like 2 spells we're going to be using. And it's definitely our main form of healing during boss fights. Also worth noting, we got the shotgun from Blue, who was that tall, strange-looking guy that we're seeing again here. So the shotgun was the other gun Jaxter pulled out there.
Yeah, and so we're going into our first boss fight here called Groth. There's a very specific set of patterns I'm going to do here. 1, 2, 3, 4. He's going to jump 5, 6, 7, 8. And then if I do that fast enough, it actually skips that second attack right there. And we're going to be kind of maneuvering the boss around the arena here. And I'm hitting his head in a very specific order here. I might be a little short. Okay, we got him. Good.
Nice.
And so there's a couple of things that we're doing with that boss fight. We're making sure that we're killing him on that side of the arena so that Trench spawns over here and gives us the money faster. And we're also just keeping him in a single place so we can get all the shotgun ammo. We also finished the fight with an extra slug in the chamber. which will allow us to not have to wait for as long to reload once we get to the first fight in this next area called Marvin's Domain. And so a couple of things we're going to do here. We're going to do a quick menu, take off the frog, put on the dragonfly, which is going to give us that damage bonus, spread bonus, as well as increased bullet speed, which is really nice for some... It's very likely I'm going to have to use the pistol for the first enemy in this next section, so I'm looking out ahead to see if we get a... purple snack's all the way up there. There's no way I'm grabbing that. We're also grabbing these roly-polies on the way. They have an on-capture effect of giving you an extra speed boost. Pick up some money from that cubby right there. And a lot of the fights in this game, we know exactly when and where the enemies are going to spawn. So we can just meet them where they are. I'm going to go for a big snipe. Nice. That was a little dicey on that fireball right there. And then these top enemies have like very specific spots where you're intended to hit them. If any of your pellets like miss like their flesh, like their body and not their like mushroom cap, you won't do full damage and you'll be wondering why they didn't die. And it's very upsetting. So we grabbed a couple of things right there. We grabbed a mush frog, which we'll be equipping a decent bit later. Keep that in the back of your head. We also got a new gun, this machine gun here. We're only going to be getting 4 of the game's weapons, even though there's like a full 8-weapon weapon wheel. Just because we're going to be doing so many skips. A couple of the guns are optional technically in casual play, but we're only going to get 4 of them. It's pretty ridiculous what we're able to get away with some of the stuff that we've come up with as a community. We also grabbed a save point, which is going to be very important for later, as well as the mush bomb spell right here. So this spell we're not really going to use for damage or healing all that much. It's going to allow us to do some skips later, though, so that's why we grab it. We're going to very importantly skip this checkpoint right here for a skip later as well. Sorry, I heard somebody wanting to say something.
I like how the dev of Frogmonster was like, yeah, so the arenas have gotten so clean. Like, the fact that you were impressing the dev is also... Shout-outs to the dev in chat, friends.
Oh, yeah, shout-outs to Ben. Ben is awesome. He made
us an auto splitter
and an in-game timer. It's just incredible. Do you want to explain Marvin here?
Yeah, so you may have seen Jaxer grab a bug called a purple snack at the start of the fight. There's usually one available pretty easily to grab that gives you a free spell cast. So off rip, you're going to use that plus the 2 spell slots. Fireball uses 2 of those blue bars, so you should have enough for 3. Besides that, Jaxer is going to try to put as many shotgun bullets as possible into Marvin while also shooting these little virus-looking blobs. Those are going to give him more mana and ammo and also stop enemies from spawning. Wow. Phase 2, you can get it so Marvin doesn't rotate at all. I think Jaxer might get
I'm on
here.
cycle for it. That's crazy. It is... give me shotgun ammo, though? Hello? You should be dead, though,
that's
soon.
A massive time save when you...
oh, my goodness.
Spin around
that was really good. I got a little unlucky with where the shotgun shells dropped. And then there is a second purple snack you can use for extra DPS, but he's up there, so we'll grab him. So the big purpose of fighting Marvin is to get the dash. The basic premise behind the dash is you have a lot of friction on the ground, so we're going to be air dashing as much as humanly possible, or as froggily possible, because I guess we're a frog monster. That was a really weird angle I had to take there to get that purple snack. That was funky. But now we're heading into our outskirts, and so, again, that purple snack gives us a free manaless cast of our fireball, which we're going to immediately make use of. We're going to pick up another spell here along the way. This is Sharp Shot. It's a great spell, but we're never going to use it. We mostly pick it up for the free mana refill that you get the first time you pick up a spell. And all of these fights are premeditated. We know exactly the conditions for all of these enemies to spawn in. So I'm going to go ahead and have all the enemies head this way. The rat got stuck, unfortunately, so that was a little slower than it usually goes, but we'll take it.
Yeah, how does the mana work in this game? Because I'm noticing like the blue bar and then like the 3 green rock-looking things on the side.
Yeah, so those are all set to fireball at them. Oh, Jesus. Okay, hold on a second. So the way that the mana system works in this game is that when you kill enemies, they drop mana. And you can use that. You need 2 bars of the blue right there in order to cast a fireball. Different spells have different costs. And so in the case of the fireball right here, we just need to... The big thing with the mana mechanics as well is that if you pick up mana while you have a full mana meter, it just eats the mana completely. And so you don't get to make use of it. So it's really important to cycle through your mana, even though it's like a healing thing. You need to make sure that you're using it for DPS as well. So it looks like we're all perfectly set up for this next boss fight.
Gotcha.
But yeah, so the enemies, when you kill them, give you mana, unless you kill them with a spell, in which case I don't think they drop mana. Correct me if I'm wrong.
I have no clue, actually. That's...
Hey, Dev, we have a question for you.
Yeah, hey, Ben.
All right, do you want to, can you explain how this boss works?
Yeah, Long Beast, awesome design. It's a giant snake that has you enclosed inside of its body. You're going to see that it's going to spit out a rat here. So to do extra damage, you're going to have the rats run into the little boo-boos that it has on the side, and that's going to do extra damage plus make them drop ammo. So this first phase is just going to be a pattern of jumping over the rat, trying to get it to run into that section while also putting damage onto the head. Here, now we just have a damage threshold to meet in order to beat it. Optimally, you can actually get it to end right there. I think Jaxer is pretty close.
Yeah, just one pistol shot.
Probably do it. Yeah,
that's still an 832. That's pretty good.
Yeah, that's super sick. And Long Beast deflates like a balloon.
Yeah.
He's going to pick up one more chest here as well. We're getting a lot of stuff to sell for a money trip we're going to be doing later. So if you've seen Jaxer go a little bit out of the way to pick up chests or other forms of money, like waiting for Trench here for this money instead of just running through, it's because we're trying to get enough money for a little shopping spree later.
Yeah, and even these lamps that I'm popping for the 3 little coins that drop as an Easter egg, those are also super important too. It may not seem like it, but it really adds up. All right, so we just did a big sequence break by just quitting and reloading. So a weird, interesting property of the way saving works in this game is that your save file will save your checkpoint, but certain progression things auto-save to your file regardless of where you last saved. So if you grab that Sticky Hands Metroidvania upgrade, or like the Sparkling Gem, for example, and then quit and reload, it takes you back here with all the stuff that you've picked up. So normally the entrance from Marvin's Domain to Outskirts, yeah, it's bizarre. It's supposed to be a one-way trip that then takes you through the Very Lost Swamp to get to Yellow Forest. But by doing that, we can completely bypass that Very Lost Swamp, which is going to be our first weapon skip, as well as skipping a boss that is a little bit challenging for the gear that we have. And then I'm going to let Cave take over here for Yellow Forest Arena skips.
And actually,
Yep, so as you... Oh, go ahead.
I was just answering the question about the mana earlier. They drop mana no matter what.
Oh, okay. Huh.
Nice. Very convenient having the dev here.
Thanks, Ben.
So, firstly, at the save and quit, Jaxer equipped the Frog and Mush Frog. Mush Frog lets you auto-grab bugs. That's great to get these birds. They fly away pretty fast. They give you unlimited boosts, so it makes you go fast. Then you're seeing Jaxer do weird movement up around these flowers, and that is because we're trying to actually skip those lockdown arenas. Instead of fighting through waves of enemies, if we just jump on these flowers up top, you got both of first try, which is nuts.
Yeah. Those are really
we end up
tricky.
skipping those lockdowns. Yeah, they made that look very easy. The geometry does not like when you step on them. And then lastly, we skip limbs here. When the dev found out we did this, instead of not letting us skip an entire boss, he instead added voice lines to those guards saying, "Hey, you weren't supposed to do that," and then you can just keep playing.
Yeah, it's
Love
great.
it.
Thanks, Ben. So I went underneath the bridge there, or the dock, in order to get a bass. The bass, when we equip it, allows us to swim faster, which is really nice for Green Sea. So we're gonna pop that guy in the face. These guys either die to a shotgun shell to the face or a single fireball. I'm gonna wait for all these fish to swim forward, and I can use this pufferfish. That was way too late, so we're just gonna have to clean that one up, just like that. We're gonna wait for these guys, pop it, boom, and there should be one more, just like that. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Wow, I have full resources.
You're barely good on money. You're I think you have 8 extra. That is
a little tight, but we'll make it work. There's a really easy backup in Yellow Forest Village if I don't have enough, but I should be fine. It's gonna be tight though.
No, you have 11 extra. It's 460.
Oh, it's 460. Okay, perfect. Yeah, and so your dash speed is actually a lot faster while you're in water, which, makes sense because you're a frog. I'm going to try to go for a dash jump out of the water here to skip climbing some of the stairs. I bonked. That's unfortunate. But
also worth noting that dashing is faster in the air in general. So you're going to see Jaxer jumping before dashing most of the time.
All right, so now is our shopping trip. So I'm going to focus on the movement a little bit because there's some annoying stuff. Do I go through the window even though
Just once.
Just once.
Just
okay,
once.
For swag. All right. This is at this point I'm losing time because I'm slow at setting it up. But if I hit this, I'm a god.
Wait, other window. I'm sure it's fine.
Oh, I almost saved it though.
That's crazy.
So you can go through the window there instead of going through here. We're just going through here for a square rock. So, Cave, if you want to explain what we've been kind of setting up for.
Yeah, so throughout all the chests Jaxter's been picking up, he's picked up sparkling gems, square rocks, and smooth stones. The smooth stone we sold to that sketchy guy up in that one building. Sparkling gem we sold to that nice lizard fella that owns the shop. And now square rocks, we're going to take a teleporter back to Yellow Forest and sell square rocks to this guy. We're also going to be buying a magnet bug, which is an awesome bug, and beans. Beans is going to be our most important damage dealer throughout the rest of this run. Each spell has a secret synergy with a specific bug if you have them both equipped at once, and Beans happens to be the Mush Frog. And what's going to happen is when we fire Beans for a limited amount of time, all of our bullets are going to just auto-lock onto enemies. So you're going to see it coming up when Jaxter gets to the next arena, that we use Beans with the shotgun shells to do crazy damage. And to wrap up our trip, we also steal a gem from that one shopkeeper. We make sure to buy from him first before stealing the gem, because he actually will make everything more expensive if you steal the gem first. So we shoplift after, buying from him. And then lastly, Jaxter equips a new build using the newly acquired magnet bug, as well as a leaf bug that we grabbed in the Yellow Forest. And this is going to be our main build for the rest of this run.
Yeah, we're also picking up crickets along the way. One, because we need them as an equipable, and they also let us move faster. All right, so right here, we're going to see the first example of a mush bomb bounce. This is why we picked up the mush bomb in Marvin's domain. So if we set this guy up, he can damage boost us, and we can use that to get over that web right there. That saves us a little bit of time. And then this fight is where we really start to get to see the power of Beans. Because you cast Beans, and then for a couple of seconds, you have auto-homing bullets. And as you might expect, very broken.
You're also seeing leaf bug procs. When you see yellow bullets, leaf bug will sometimes let you shoot an extra bullet out. So if you ever see yellow bullets flying, that's leaf bug. So when you combine a leaf bug extra proc with, the mush frog and the beans, it goes crazy.
I'm trying to do something here called a web clip, where you kind of wedge yourself. There we go. Nice. So you can make that way easier by dipping to 30 FPS there, but no, thank you. All right.
There are a lot of optional doors that you can just sort of walk through at low FPS.
Yeah, it's very fun.
Like I'm too good for just dropping to 30. I can do this at the higher FPS.
Already skipping the run right here. Mush bomb bounce.
Yeah.
Oop, I'm gonna fall down here. That's okay. There's this weird kind of piece of collision we can use to get ourselves back up.
So he equipped Cricket to get a second dash. That's what Cricket does. It allows you to have 2 dashes stored. We mush bombed over this hedge to get to this section. And now using that double dash you get from the Cricket, you're able to actually skip over a really large invisible barrier. This skips like 2 bosses and like a really long auto scroller section. This was like our first major skip that we found, and it saves a lot of time.
All right, so we're gonna go ahead and throw Leaf Bug back on here. Ammo's looking pretty good. These minion wave fights again are all we kind of know exactly where. It's funny too, because even though we've had like a really crazy new skip get found that we'll see a bit later, a lot of what has made the run faster since then is just getting way better at these fights. So what I'm gonna do here is 2 at that guy over there, so he's taken care of. And then these guys are all just gonna die. It's gonna reveal a bunch of confetti of ammunition and mana, so we're basically at full resources. And this is kind of like the first, I would call, backbreaker fight of the run. This is Hedgeward. I'm mostly gonna be silent during this fight, because it's actually really difficult, and Beans will help, but it's still really tricky. So, Cave, if you don't mind taking over for me.
Yeah, and again, part of why this is difficult is because we did just do a massive sequence break where we skipped getting like some required weapons and just like upgrades, like having more bug slots or more health and mana. So it is a tough fight. For Hedge, we're going to be aiming for the eyes. It's going to stop them from shooting at us. It is also how we're going to collect ammo for this fight. We're also going to get a huge boost from Magnet Bug here. So I didn't totally explain what Magnet does, but essentially makes it so that all droppables like mana and ammunition will come to us from a further distance. And it is just like especially apparent in this fight how useful it is. One thing we haven't mentioned about mana is it actually will give you less if you take longer to pick it up. So the faster you pick it up, the more like mana bar you'll refill. So it's always good to try to get as fast as possible.
Might get the face
a fun fact when
using
using beans. Oh, yep, you got it. Huge. So Jax is doing this fight really well. If he skipped a couple attacks.
Nice.
coming up on like the final phase here, where it's going to use all the different phases at once from the first attack. But once you're here, like it drops a bunch of mana, so it's usually pretty safe.
All right, and
And
we're
now
gonna
you get the
attempt to
best
dash
gun in the
clip
game.
your knife for shy.
Wow. That one's not easy.
That looked too clean to be a skip.
So that doesn't really skip all that much. That just saves having to shoot the ammo. The reason we take on Hedgeward in the first place is for the wood cannon weapon, which allows us to break these barriers that are like crumbly walls. And we really only need that to access Rooney, who we need to start making our way to endgame. But the beautiful thing about it is that, again, you can just dash through certain things at the right spacing and you'll just pop right through, even at 60 FPS. So that's another good example. That's what like some of the more recent skip finds have been. It's like, oh, this wall looks funky. We could probably clip through it. And about 50-50, we're right, which has been awesome.
I mean, honestly, it feels like all of them as of late, once we dip down to like 30 FPS.
Yeah. All right, so we're going to equip a new build here called Mantis Minnow. I keep trying to explain this in like submission videos and then fall down while I explain the build. Can you explain what this build is?
Yeah, so basically Mantis Minnow is one of like the combinations in the game. There's a lot of like combo bugs that just work well together. Mantis Minnow is one of them. Mantis gives you a little friend that sits on top of your head that on occasion will shoot a shot. And what Minnow does is it increases the effectiveness of any friend bug. So there's a couple different ones that will follow you around and do an action. Minnow increases those actions happening. So in the case of Mantis, it's going to make it so that it fires bullets more often. It just really helps with the next two bosses because they have attacks where they will send out like little enemies, and it just lets us focus on shooting the big boss more rather than the other guys.
Yeah, and these floater enemies as well are like a huge reason why, man. Like even with this new build, we still equip what we do.
Mushfrog.
Yeah, Mushfrog, just because like they're so annoying to deal with otherwise.
Yeah.
So you're gonna see. Oh, yeah. So even then, like I had one of the enemies killed for me, and this boss coming up, we can kind of spend our mana willy nilly here. Because the next boss doesn't take damage in a traditional way. So as a result, we can kind of just ignore and like the traditional wisdom of just like go into every fight with like maximum resources. And that allows us to, that mentality kind of lets us get through this fight a little bit faster. All right, so we already got some minions spawn. So this is kind of what Kate was talking about a little bit. The way that this boss operates is instead of dealing damage traditionally, like with a standard health bar, you basically paint new colors onto the wings of this thing. It's really creative. But because of that, our damage per second isn't really the factor that determines how quickly we get through. It's bullet coverage. And so because of that, it kind of makes it more worth to go for this Mantis Minnow build. So we are almost about to, we should have enough coverage now to transition into the next phase. So we're going to go ahead and chill out for a second. So once you see him fly down to this portion of the wall, he grabs that root and turns into this thing.
This thing.
I really need him to spawn familiars. Thank you.
Nice. Oh, it would have gone so hard if he did another.
I need to not die.
Attack.
Hold on. Should live. Okay, good.
So one scary thing with health, like what you may notice that when Jaxo hits enemies with the spells, he's not immediately granted that health. When enemies are hit with spells, they drop a bunch of green orbs and they get absorbed to you. So just because you hit a spell, it doesn't mean you automatically get that health back.
Bit of a rough fight, but we lived.
It works.
We lived.
All right, and that gives us tongue swing, which allows you to grapple off of grapple points with your tongue, which just rules. I'm sorry, this game owns, and I refuse to hear otherwise. I do a void out there on purpose. Sometimes that purple snack is in position where you don't have to do that, but having a free cast of beans is so fast that it's worth taking that like quick fall. And so this fight, we're going to see another great example. So I'm going to shoot the beans off to the right, and then we just immediately finish that first bit.
It dies.
It's just too easy.
Yeah,
it's almost like I have auto aim or something.
Nice.
Yeah, it's crazy.
So this particular phase, it does not spawn the flowers in this phase until you kill one of the two bulls in here. I need a little more mana, buddy. All right, we're gonna go ahead and just use the pistol. Yeah, because I'm trying to
It
make
is worth
sure.
noting that all the spells have different mana costs. So Beans does cost a little more than just the Fireball. You need a little over 2 bars
Okay, you know
of
what?
mana.
I have enough mana. Oh, wait, there's a mush frog right here. Perfect. Okay, cool. And then this is the hole in the wall that we need to shoot with that wood cannon. That's why we went out of our way for Hedgeward. We're doing really good on resources though, so we should, hopefully, if I don't get super unlucky, be able to show what the optimal Rooney fight looks like. So, Cave, I'm leaving this one to you. There's too much going on here.
Yep, so we're going wood cannon shot before the fight starts, before Rooney even starts to talk to us. Another wood cannon shot on the first attack, and then Beans shotgun, and just sort of tear at him and hope that he doesn't do much.
Yeah, so that's the first phase done already.
Unreal phase 1. Phase 2, what Rooney's going to do is steal ammo. So you saw he took the submachine gun ammo. Each ammo type will do a different attack. So it really is another bit of luck where you kind of hope he takes ammo for the guns that you don't actually have. So you're hoping like the fireball attack, that's fine. Mantis Minnow will take care of those. You really just want to make sure you don't get shotgun ammo taken primarily, and then you don't get submachine gun ammo taken. So far so good.
This
We've
is the
only
best
had,
attack you can get because you can just do this.
He's got a bit of T-Rex arms there. Nice.
Love
phase 3. That was a really clean phase 2. Holy. Phase 3 now, you go through like one attack at a time. Only ammo for each of those types is going to drop. So you do get to see all the different attacks for each ammo type. But you're forced to use those guns. And again, in our case, since we've skipped getting most of the guns, a lot of the times we just have to shoot the pistol instead. Which, low-key, we started running all bosses where we actually do have all the guns, just, as an artifact of having to fight all the bosses. And sometimes having the pistol's easier than having the actual guns. Specifically for, like, the yellow phase, and also sort of this one. But, person to person. Yeah, this boss, super sick. All the bosses really crazy. Cannot emphasize how cool this game is. Probably some of the more creative boss fights I've, seen in any game.
A little bit funky because there is I'm gonna try to take out one of these.
Yeah.
There we go. That should stabilize. That was a little bit of a funky situation because Mantis Minnow didn't kill one of the floaters that was lying around, so I had to be really careful there.
Sometimes you do get cringed by Mantis Minnow, unfortunately.
All right.
After this fight is going to be the biggest skip, and the reason why we have this run as its own category. So you're meant to, at this point, sort of just go through the ridge and fight a bunch of endgame bosses to unlock this door. You need to see the black dot, right?
Yeah, I see the black dot.
That's good.
I think that should work.
Shout out Artificord in the Discord for finding this. Unreal. So Artificord found the skip originally, and then another runner. There's only 3 runners of this game, me, Jaxer, and then Meta Barrett. Meta Barrett found a super consistent way to do that skip. So shout out to both of those guys. That skip saves like 15, 18 minutes, 20 minutes.
It's something like 20 minutes. It's ridiculous.
You skip 5 bosses. It skips 5 endgame bosses and the traversal to get to all of them. So that skip is unreal.
Yeah, it's unreal. It is a little unfortunate that we have to skip a lot of like really cool fights, but it's also just crazy how much like this has led to the game getting more optimized on the whole, because there's just like a bit less like volatility, right? Because it's just like it's wild. It's crazy how far this game has come, and I freaking love this game. I have so much fun running this game.
Full stop. I didn't really know much about it until I started looking up to invite you on, and I am obsessed with the look, how it plays. Like this is if people watch this, if you haven't picked this up, please do so, because this is amazing.
We skipped most of the cool bosses too, to be completely transparent.
We'll see some callbacks to them in once we get to Myzand. Okay, I got the lucky double.
Nice. Yeah, that's crazy. The double, when you get the leaf bug double on wood cannon, it just absolutely shreds whatever's in its way.
I'm gonna take this health for safety.
Where Jaxer is now is Myzand's Forest, which is essentially just one long run of like 5 or 6 lockdown rooms with slightly difficult enemies. And if you die at any point, you have to go all the way back to the first one. So this is definitely like a point where you just cannot die or you lose a bunch of time. You're going to see him use beans pretty much on cooldown whenever possible. A lot of times he's not even looking at enemies. He's just shooting shotgun shots to get full effectiveness out of beans. And you'll see bullets fly like over his head behind him.
So I came into here with a little bit less mana than I normally do. That enemy you have to be very careful with, because he will two-shot you. He just does double damage. Yep, see what I mean? You gotta be very careful.
Oh.
He's dead though. That one's dead. There's one more of those guys, but we're doing pretty okay here.
Yeah, once you get past Rooney, Frogmonster dev decided to add a lot more enemies that just do 2 pieces of health bar damage instead of just 1 or half. So you definitely got to be careful.
So unfortunately, I don't have a lot of mana going into this. I usually like to open this segment by casting beans so I can kill this guy in the face. But instead, we will just have to do that. And then as soon as I kill that last spider buddy, that signals these guys to come in. And again, we know like kind of like exactly like what kill quotas or what specific enemies need to get KO'd. Oh, I forgot about this guy. We're good. We're so good. We've never been better.
Worth noting, all those like thorns on the floor, they do damage. So
yeah.
this part of the arena is especially stressful, where you're trying to dodge everything while also trying not to like fall, where you're going to take passive damage on the ground.
I love the concept of the enemies just kind of like sneaking into the darkness and then just coming at you. That is so cool.
This game is just so good. It's just a testament to me of like how sick indie devs can be, because like this was made by almost like completely by one guy, one mind, which is just so impressive to me. Like,
like the graphics alone, if nothing else, are just so unique. It's
and it's
so
like,
fun.
As far as I'm aware, custom engine too. And if you know
Really?
anything about programming,
Single dev custom engine.
Can we get a thanks, Ben, in chat?
Yeah, please. Thank you, Ben.
I actually did have a question. He wanted to know what category is this? 8 out of 32 bosses?
I think there's, I don't know what the total number is now. It's 30 something.
I
Yeah,
wanted more of that.
since release, I think he's added 7 new bosses, and all the new bosses are unreal.
I love it.
There's new bosses such as breakdance in trees, get stick bugged,
Yeah.
Borp.
Yeah.
We love Borp.
So again, all the boss,
Do you want to explain this boss that we're on right now?
Oh yeah, we're fighting the final boss. Well, we're fighting part 1 of final boss. This would all be way cooler if we didn't do the ridge skip, because it's sort of a callback of all the bosses you have to fight to reach this point. Since we've skipped it, all this looks brand new to us.
Good.
But essentially what this is like the Myzand version of each of the bosses we fought. And it's like, again, one giant like gauntlet of going through each of them with just like slight differences based on Myzand style. The story of this game is that you have Myzand who makes these monsters. At the very beginning, we met Melora, who made us to fight these monsters that her brother Rooney made. We find out Myzand's the real big bad. So he is like a monster creator, and we are the frog that destroys those monsters. And I may have totally butchered that, but that sounds kind of right. So we're going to stick with it.
So, we got a double.
Hey, I love it.
Release. Trying to get the Axe brother to hit his taller sibling in order to. That's a lot of these bosses have like different mechanics that you can use to like get them to drop mana. Yeah, I couldn't really be able. This is a little right. Yikes! I'm going to go ahead and just go for the fireball instead. I'm trying to play this very safe because you have to go through all of these phases over again.
Oh, jeez.
If you beat this.
And there's also some tough ones coming up in general. We still have like Door Crab and Krogar, right?
Yes.
Yes, you still got some of the tougher phases coming up for sure.
So that's the first brother down. Please stop swinging.
I think he's good too.
Okay. Oh, he's gone too. Okay, good. Oh, this is a great phase to get right now when I'm this low.
What?
And when you have no beans.
This is like
this phase you could normally.
This is like the nicest thing the game could have done for me here. This is based on Mori Dono, who is a kind of like Marvin, like we saw earlier, but a bit different. He gives us a ton of resources, and I think okay, Door Crab it is. This guy also gives us a ton of resources, so we're just gonna lay waste.
Someone in the chat, Jaxler, is lamenting about the custom engine because they want to build an arch. I'll go with this game.
Archipelago? Oh, yeah. Archipelago with this
pronounced.
game would go so hard. That was a really fast door crack. Okay.
Yeah, what on earth?
All right. They're giving me the hardest one for last here, which is Krogar. I'm gonna lock in here. This is like, these attacks are really hard to avoid. But we got started with like the eye lasers, which means the mouth laser kind of lets me just go in here.
Yeah, I think out of all the Ridge bosses, so there are, at Ridge, there's like 8 total bosses, including Rooney, who you have to fight. Then you have to fight like 5 more minimum to get to Myzan's Forest. As far as like all those 8 Ridge bosses, the one that this one's based off of is definitely the hardest, in my opinion. But, you know, different strokes for different folks. I definitely don't want to spoil how the real fight goes, because that was one of the like funnier fights. As much as it pained me.
That is a wild boss design. I am here for this.
Oh, the double let me get the instant kill there. That's crazy. That should be it. Okay, first try Myzand 1. Nice. We're on really good pace here. I don't want to jinx myself because
Don't do it.
Myzand 2 is still around the corner. But this is a really great run so far. I'm really excited to see what the final time ends up being. We've got one more big boss fight. Even though I have a full mana bar, I'm going to go ahead and quit and reload to refill my ammo here.
Mm-hmm.
And we can use this ammo fly that's right here in order to get another copy of our wood cannon ammo. The wood cannon ammo is the rarest to get. So any opportunity where we can eat an ammo fly to get a refill of something, we usually take wood cannon, if not shotgun. All right, I'm gonna let Cave take over here.
Myzand 2, nothing too crazy as far as like special things that happen. It is kind of just final boss, do damage, dodge attacks. Want to pick up mana as much as possible so that we can get beans procs. There's certain attacks that give a lot of ammo, like this one, or not ammo, but mana. So that's a good opportunity to get some beans shotgun shots off. And yeah, I mean, again, nothing too special. Phase 1, you just kind of have to learn the attack patterns, how to dodge all of them. Yep, again, got the, yeah, so this is going pretty well. He keeps doing the attack that drops a bunch of mana, so we've gotten 2 bean procs off already, which is super big. Probably hoping for a little more.
There we go.
Yep, nice. That's phase 1, pretty good. And you even have, we look around for a little extra ammo, you know, make sure we're all stocked up for phase 2.
I'm gonna go ahead and grab this magnet bug, which improves our reach to the entire map, pretty much from any distance. And then we're gonna get air gusts first, so we do this attack by dashing from left to right. This is one of those. There's a couple attacks in this game where you can kind of just get wombo comboed. Good. Yeah. If these attacks look hard to dodge, it's because they are. Here's another good example. That dash is very specific timing. Yeah, see, I took 2 hits there. We got this attack, though, which is like the platonic ideal as far as attacks go here. That's not the way I should phrase that, but it's just like, I don't know. I couldn't think of a better bit.
It's fine, TM.
2, 3, 4. He's gonna look at us kind of like, hey, bro, what you doing?
One thing worth noting that you may have noticed as well is that since we don't have all the guns, one of the bigger bits of RNG is ammo drops, because all these enemies are still dropping every type of ammo. So you kind of just hope that you just get a lot of shotgun and submachine gun drops and wood cannon drops. There's some bosses where you just get absolutely trolled and they drop ammos that you don't have exclusively. And those fights are miserable because then you end up running around with the pistol just hoping for the best. I think you're on to phase 3.
We are. I'm going to need to immediately heal up here.
Nice.
So this last phase is pretty straightforward. The way it works is you pretty much there's all these Hydra heads. As long as you dash around in order in the arena and just load a full clip of SMG rounds into a head, it will kill it. Couple more heads, and yeah, this is going to be a deathless run. Holy crap.
Nice.
What?
These. Dude, this run's gonna be sub 38. Oh my gosh. This is gonna be like a high 37. That's bonkers. Record's like
Yeah,
a
that's-
35 high, and that's like the God run. I forgot to talk to Melora. Oh my gosh. Well, thanks for being here, everybody. This was everything I could have hoped for. This game's really hard to do consistently, so I'm glad I got to show off such a good example of what this game looks like. Again, please play this game. Time will be coming up soon. There's going to be a bit more pieces of dialogue here with Melora and Myzand, and then as soon as it flashes to the credits screen, that's when we'll call time. Get ready. And it should just be barely. It would have been a little bit less close, but that's time. 37:57.
Gee.
Oh my gosh.
Wow.
Masterclass.
Oh, this game's so fun.
So fun.
Thank
You
for-
made
thank you.
that look so clean right there, especially
I
Deathless.
promise you, this game's really hard. It's just, I have poured like, this game came out in April, and I've already poured like 200 hours into this game, just learning and
So
playing.
basically, you're confirming God Gamer status, just casual God Gamer. That's all.
Well, I don't know about that, but I appreciate the kind words. I'm trying to do a funny dash clip here, but I just want to say thank you. Here we go. I just want to say thank you so much to everyone for checking this out and for checking out the show tonight. This game it's one of my favorite games ever now, I think, at this point. With this dash clip, you can actually just go back to the arena. It's really funny.
Oh, nice.
You know what? We can show off what happened. So you get a blue key at the end of the run. That's like where you can like free Rooney if you want to. You actually don't have to. It's fun, hilarious. You can just leave him locked in forever, or you can free Myzand. I don't know why you would do that, but we're gonna go ahead and do that because it's funny.
Yeah, why
So
not?
we're gonna free him from the other side.
Wait, what?
Yeah, look at his head. Yeah, his head's not supposed to do that.
What?
Will it even let me? No, I won't. Oh, I'll have to dash clip back through. Hold on. Come on. Come on. Let me do the funny game. Please. Please.
Are we quoting
Oh, I
Watchmen
can quick
here?
reload. Wait. Hold on. I can
you're
just
not-
quick reload.
I'm not
I don't have
locked
to
in
do-
here with
I don't
you.
have
You're
to do
locked in
dash
here
clip.
with me.
Yeah. Use my hand key to open this door. You fool. I'm done playing games. He just killed you instantly.
What? Rip, Deathless.
Yeah. But yeah, that's Frogmonster, everybody. I really hope you enjoyed that. I want to again give a huge shout out to Ben. Everyone, one more time, please say thanks, Ben, for making such an awesome game.
Thanks, Ben.
Giving us an in-game timer and he also wrote us the auto splitter and updates it every time he makes a patch. He's just like an amazing, awesome human being. We love Ben.
Yes.
I want to shout out a couple other people from the community again. I want to shout out Meta again for finding that consistent ridge skip setup, as well as like demolishing the no ridge skip time. He's an awesome runner. You should check out as well. Shout outs to Frogo on a lily pad as well, and shout outs to Kate for commentating with me. I could not have done this without you, dude. Thank you so much for the help.
Yeah. Also, quick shout out Artificord for finding that skip originally. I think he might have also been involved in finding Mana Skip. I can't.
That
remember
wouldn't
who was
surprise me.
Originally involved in that, but again, you can't emphasize enough. Big shout out to Ben on this game and being like super cool with the speedrun community. Go buy the game. All the bosses are so crazy.
Yeah.
Endgame bosses are even crazier.
Yeah. You didn't even see like a quarter of the game's bosses.
Yeah,
Just to give
like
you an-
30 plus.
It's so it's 32, I think now, right? Sounds about right. We'll go with 32.
Definitely check out the Discord for this as well.
Yeah, so we're in the official Frogmonster Discord. You can find a link on SRC, speedrun.com/Frogmonster. If you need any
We also
help,
have all the guides on SRC.
Nice.
shout out to Kate for the guides. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Thank you again, Oscar, for reaching out and letting me do this. I love this game. I love showing it off. And
Of course.
we'll pass it off to the next people on the schedule. Thanks, everybody.
Yes. I would give just absolute GGs to Jaxler, to Cave, to Ben, to everybody. They just destroyed this run, and God Gamer Jaxler was here to just show off how amazing this is. But stay tuned, everybody, because we still have 2 more runs on Express Lane, and coming up next is going to be Kefka 14 with some Toree too. So sit tight. Hello, friends, and welcome back to more Express Lane. We've got 2 more amazing games for you for tonight. But before we go into them, I have 2 quick things I have to say. First and foremost, you should be heading to gamesdonequick.com/hotfix and checking out our Season 3 schedule. And, if you head over there, look at the schedule, you can see an in-depth look of all of the runs that we have for this week and the upcoming weeks. Again, gamesdonequick.com/hotfix. Find out what's coming up. Also, if you ever thought about working for Games Done Quick, did you know we are hiring right now? Because we are. We're actually looking for an event programming lead that'll be responsible for the 10,000-foot view of our mainline event schedules. It's going to be pretty heckin' awesome. And if you are interested, or you know someone else that might be, you should be heading to gamesdonequick.com/jobs for more info on that. Come join us on staff. It's super fun, and we'd love to have you. But for right now, I'm going to be handing us over to, it looks like Kefka14 with an amazing run of Toree 2. So Kefka, take it away.
All right. So first of all, thanks for having me. You all last saw me on Passion Project maybe a week and a half or two ago running some Brats, of all things. And I'm back again running more random stuff. Yeah.
Love it.
Today we got Toree 2. This is an indie game made by Seactro Games. They make a lot of games that kind of harken back to the early 3D era of gaming. We'll just dive right into it. The game's very self-explanatory. First, we're going to be doing the run as Toree, the main character. And then we're going to be doing a little bit of a bonus run that'll be very, very fast as one of the more OP characters in the game. I won't spoil it, though. Let's get right into it in 3, 2, 1, go.
Good luck.
Thank you. So we're starting off with one of the hardest levels in the game, actually, Torch Tower. Torch Tower, there is definitely a chance we could die here. We'll see what happens. For those of you who might be familiar with this game, you'll notice that my Toree is not yellow, my Toree is golden. That is because on the leaderboard for this game, we allow runs to be done from a completed file, just for convenience. And I've S-ranked all the levels and such, so Toree is golden. And yes, we do have a death. Oh, wait, no, we don't.
Oh.
Yeah, we do. So, yeah, that's the reason we start with Torch Tower. Torch Tower is hard. It's easily the hardest level in the game. And because we can do the levels in any order, we usually like to get this one out of the way.
Makes sense.
Yep, scuff and all.
I'm not gonna lie, I love the cowboy hat right now. It is a vibe.
Yeah, Toree only has that on in the couple of fire levels that we do this, and Pyro Palace, which we'll be doing next, which is nowhere near as difficult as Torch Tower, thank goodness. Looks like we're actually gonna make it through this time, though. Yeah, we've got it.
Very nice.
Not bad. Yeah, on an actual attempt, that would be Reset City, but
it's fine.
we're getting in there. Oh yeah, we're good. So next, we're going to be going to Pyro Palace, and part of the reason we start with Torch Tower is not only because it's hard, but we eliminate a little bit of level scrolling. Anything to save a few seconds.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, this is a really straightforward game. This is Toree 2, again, to clarify. There are several Toree games. All of them are fantastic. I believe they were all just released on maybe modern consoles, but at the very least, PC as part of like a Seactro collection. Very cheap as well. Just want to throw that out there. So if you're looking for a good quick game to run that's very straightforward and self-explanatory, but also affordable, these are some pretty good ones, to be honest. Can't recommend them enough.
Honestly, in this day and age, with how expensive some games are, you put an inexpensive price tag on it, you have my attention.
Well, literally, this game, I think, don't quote me on this, at most, it's like $2 on its own.
Oh, wow.
It's no joke.
All right.
Yeah, no joke. Very, very cheap. I know MacBat 64, which is one of the other Seactro games I run. I think it's like 99 cents on the Switch store. Yeah, it's great. But yeah, anybody familiar with platformers can probably tell this game is very straightforward. We're just doing good movement, hopping around. You have a double jump. There are other characters you can play as you unlock them, and we will be showing one of those off after this run. But I figured, for the sake of showing the game off for the first time on the big stage, we would play as the good old default character. Well, mostly. We got the golden skin, but it doesn't change anything. So this is...
Sorry.
Go ahead. No, go
I
ahead.
was going to ask about the stars. I know, is there like a benefit to collecting all the stars, or is it something that you don't really have to worry about for the speedrun itself?
So there is a category called All Stars. Again, with each different character as well, because all 4 characters play a good bit differently. Where you do have to collect all the stars. As far as a tangible benefit in game, I actually don't remember. I've had 100% completion in this game for so long. I don't remember if you get anything for getting them all. I think you do. I think you get one of the characters, but don't quote me on that.
Totally fair.
So this is probably one of the community favorites. It's at least one of my favorite levels. Very, very fast-paced here. We got a lot of boosts and things. You'll notice that instead of jumping across those, I'm trying to sort of strafe and stay on those treadmills because it allows me to maintain some speed. And this game was kind of built to be speedrun. You'll notice when I beat a level that I get a ranking. We got an S rank on that, which is the highest ranking. Yeah, so the game was quite literally built to be speedrun. In order to unlock everything, you have to S rank every level as well.
So is
Now
the
we're
S
gonna be
rank just
going-
based on like the time itself, or like deathless, or combination of?
Just time.
Gotcha.
I think I just went to the same level twice in a row. I sure did. Hilarious.
It was so nice you had to show it twice.
Yeah, it's a wonderful level. Check it out. All right, so this is probably the second hardest level in the game if I had to pick one. Now, as the character I'm going to show off later, every level becomes really easy. But yeah, there's some pretty interesting platforming in this particular level, especially at the beginning there. Coming up here, there is one little thing we can do to save some time where we can fall straight down into a boost. We're going to play it a little safe, though, for the sake of playing at an event like so. Yeah, you can fall straight down into that boost, but I wanted to grab the checkpoint just to be a little safe. Some pretty cool movement through here.
It looks so clean.
It does, doesn't it? It looks so nice when it goes well. That's one thing I really like about these Seactro games, too, is they're very easy to just pick up and play, and pretty much at all levels of skill, like, you're just going to have a good time, just, getting through it regardless. Very, very fun games. This section here is pretty satisfying to watch, too.
Just like the graphics in general, it's such a vibe.
It really is.
I'm here for it.
And I can't stress enough, every Seactro game is like this. Like, it has this very just sort of nostalgic vibe to it, very cutesy, but not like overly cutesy, but definitely cutesy. So here we have Palm Tree Paradise. This is one of the more linear levels in the game. We can gain a little bit of speed by trying to run in these sort of like river water flow kind of deals.
Mm-hmm.
As a whole, though, this level is one of the easier ones. Pretty straightforward. You'll notice there we can save a little bit of time by skipping over some of the bouncy lounge chair things. We're going to do that here as well. We're going to go whoop, and then whoop, and boop, like so.
I was mentioning in chat, yeah, someone just checked all the games are 99 cents US, which pop off.
Yeah. I knew they were extremely cheap. They used to be $1.99 back in the day. Ooh, but yeah, now they're 99 cents. So that's fantastic. Yeah, the whole collection, I think, which is like several Toree games and MacBat 64, Kiwi 64. I forget how much it is. It might just be like $5 or $10 for the whole set. No joke. It's great.
That's awesome.
So here's my least favorite level. This level is my arch nemesis in this game. This is Sparkle Park. It's really not that hard. I make it a lot harder than it should be.
Oh, no.
But yeah. We're going to play a little bit safe here and grab that checkpoint. Coming up here, there is a boost I could get by jumping on that lawn chair thing to the left. We're not going to be doing that, though, because it usually sends me flying right into one of those duck enemies. Come across this gap. It's interesting, too, because, like, for as slow as the character moves, this game just sort of flies right by. I'm going to play that a little safe there. Turn the camera. Okay. I don't know what that big thing is that just came out of the water. We We just ignore that it exists.
Things I wasn't expecting, jump scares.
Yeah. There is one little way to save time in this section by hanging onto the sides of this sort of thing that I was on, but we won't bother. We'll just move on. So we're coming down already to the last 2 levels before the final level in the game, the kind of the final boss level, if you will. We got Sky Station and then something hideaway or hideout. they all bleed together, but in a good way.
Fair.
This again is one of the more straightforward levels. There is a little chance we'll die at the end of this stage because there's some boosts we got to take that are a little bit jank, but nothing too crazy. Let's see here. There's that one. Yeah, right here. Sometimes these enemy positions can snipe you a little bit, but it looks like we're all clear here. It depends on if I hit this, and yeah, we're good. Fantastic.
Very nice.
And then we're going to play the first level in the game last, which is great.
Yes, you do.
And then we have to do the actual true final level. So you'll notice there's a character there at the beginning that was sort of running away from us carrying an ice cream cone. That is Glitchy. That is the main villain of this game. And I won't spoil anything, but Glitchy's going to be pretty important later. Not just because Glitchy is the final boss. But anyway, right? This first level, though, is it's pretty uneventful. And that's usually why we do it last. It's ironically one of the harder levels to S rank, though, just because of how angular it is. It's not very linear compared to... Well, I mean, all the levels are linear, but when I say linear in reference to this game, it more so means we're not exactly just going in a straight line. There's some left and rights as well. All right. Jump over that. Yeah, a large part of getting a good time in this game, other than just, preferably not dying, is making sure you hit all these boosts. You take good, straight lines to and from all the different boosts you want to go to.
Yeah, I love that this looks like one of those easy to pick up, difficult to master style games.
Very much so.
I love it.
Yeah, the high level play, truly high level play in this game takes a lot of grinding. So interestingly enough, I've been teasing that we're going to be playing as another character, and we are. After we beat this level here as Toree. I'm actually not a Toree main, for lack of a better term. So it's pretty rare and unusual to see me running Toree, the actual character. So it's kind of a treat, honestly, even for me, just to play the game, quote unquote, as intended.
And like you mentioned, for this being the final level, do you have to do all of the previous levels before you can do this one?
Yes. The way the leaderboard. Whoa. Okay, I saved it.
It's fine. It's fine.
We're good. Yes. The rules are you can do the levels in any order except for this level has to be last.
Gotcha.
Which makes sense because we are going to go to the
cool
final boss.
looking level, though.
It is. It's a really cool looking level. And it has an interesting name, too. The name of the level is It's Home.
I noticed
I don't
that.
know. Yeah, very unusual name for a level. All right, so we're coming up on the final boss here, Glitchy. This boss is, it's not hard, but it's very unforgiving. If we die, we have to just fight the whole thing again. So we'll see what happens. So the way this boss works is the boss is going to randomly send its orbs at us, and each orb has a different ability it can use. This one here shoots 3 missiles. Then the orb will come down, you just walk into it, and it smacks the boss in the face. We got to do that 6 times, maybe 7. This orb here is the one that looks the most, nerve-wracking, because it really gets close to you, and if you quit moving for even a moment, you're dead on that one. Yeah. This one here shoots a laser. And you can go a little faster by dodging the laser a different way. Yeah, after you hit it 3 times as well, we now have to contend with some actual platforming. Ooh. Ooh, okay, that was a little scary. You very rarely see the actual 4th attack that the boss has, which is one of the orbs sort of like glows and chases after you. Never really see that one. You might see that like 1 out of every 50 times this guy attacks you. It's really unusual.
Nice.
All right. Yep, and that's the final boss. We'll see where the ending appears. Right over here. Cool. And boop. And that's Toree. So that's the whole game. Very appropriate for Express Lane. Very short game. You all get to see my Switch menu for just a moment here, because then we're going to skip the credits, basically, to show off another character. Yeah, ayo. Good stuff.
Good game list, by the way.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. So, coming into here, I'll show each one. First, we're going to be playing as Glitchy. Yes, the final boss is an unlockable character. There's also Tasty, who's like a bowl of ramen, who just runs really fast. And there's Macbat, which is another Seactro character that has endless, jumps, essentially, and can fly.
Oh my god, I love these!
Right? Glitchy is my main, though. Glitchy is extremely fast and can fly. So we're going to go ahead and do the run again, but as Glitchy, just so y'all can see how quick this is. Check this out. So Torch Tower now becomes... Whee!
What?
We're just going to fly straight to the top here. Like so, and doop. Cool. Some levels become completely trivial. What makes Glitchy interesting to me, number one, I always tend to gravitate towards the shorter, categories in general. So if a category is shorter or a character is faster, that's the one I usually tend to take the most interest in, regardless of how easy or difficult it is. That being said, you asked earlier about the stars. Glitchy's very hard to control because Glitchy is extremely fast. And doing the all-star run and trying to collect all the stars as Glitchy, very challenging, especially to do it well. Very, very challenging.
I believe that.
So Lunar Lasers, one of my favorite levels in the game. We're now just going to go like so. And we're going to fly right over this void here. You'll notice we're not going straight towards the end. The reason for that is because we'd actually lose a tiny bit of time, maybe like a second and a half or so if we went straight for the end. We're actually going to go for this boost right over here instead. And because, Glitchy wasn't fast enough already, we want Glitchy to go even faster.
Of course.
And now we get to do probably one of the more crazy looking levels in the game. At least as far as Glitchy goes. So yeah, this level is like a huge minute-long ordeal when you're playing as Toree, but as Glitchy, we just take a left and we hightail it straight on over here. We just blip right through the void.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, it's great. And I know it seems silly because it's like, well, that's really easy, Kefka. It is. But I'm ashamed and proud to say I have grinded these ILs as Glitchy for many hours, shaving down like, milliseconds at a time, like thousandths,
No,
and I don't know. I really enjoy that whole aspect of thing. Now this level, because it's so linear, we gotta actually kind of play it a little more as intended. So we'll actually be taking some of these water chutes, hitting some of these boosts. You'll notice I'm kind of going around some of these walls simply because we can. Whoa, we had a little too much speed there, right past the goal.
Well, it's like, yeah, and even if it does look quote unquote easy, the fact that Glitchy is so much faster, that's just harder to maneuver. So it might look
Quite a bit
easy,
harder
but
to maneuver.
That definitely is a testament to the skill shown here.
Especially in the All-Stars category. Trying to collect all the stars is very weird because Glitchy, it looks bigger, but has the same exact hitbox as Toree.
Oh no.
So you're just like missing everything as you're trying to collect it, you know. It's always a lovely time. Yeah, so the Sky Station, if y'all recall, these buildings have no collision. It's great. We're just gonna literally just fly straight over to the end. Yeah, we'll go through this building as well, just for fun. Woo, woo, good stuff.
I love this.
Cool. Yeah, it took me like 3 years to get a 14 on the clock there.
Oh my gosh.
And then we have the first level. So, and yes, that was Glitchy at the beginning, running away from us. So we got Glitchy running from Glitchy. Good stuff. So this level starts off kind of normal-ish. Then we're going to be going across the void here and cutting out this huge detour that we took when we played as Toree. Now there is a character that can't fly and is a lot faster. That would be Tasty, the little bowl of ramen, which a lot of Toree runners like to play as, because it's just like Toree but sped up. Versus a character that can fly greatly changes your pathing options, obviously. And then we're already going to the final level, just to show you how much quicker this run is.
With the bat, and I feel bad for reading the bat's name. Does the bat take the same flying route as Glitchy, but just slower?
Yes.
Nice.
What makes MacBat kind of special, though, is that MacBat is the star of his own game called MacBat 64, which is another game I run. I actually ran it on Hotfix last year. At one point, I want to say for Bargain Bin. Really good game as well. So yeah, now we got Glitchy versus Glitchy. You can definitely see how much faster Glitchy really is going around this arena here compared to Toree.
Also, I just noticed those like tears of code on the side. Like that is awesome.
So yeah, watch how far the fire power-up thing gets behind us comparatively. I mean, we can just run circles around it. It's great.
Love it.
Yep, and once the platforms start to fall, no fear here. We can just hover through everything. Whee!
Boss Glitchy's just like, oh, come on now. This isn't fair.
He stands no chance whatsoever. None. And one more hit. And time will be when I jump on the final goal, by the way. And time.
GG.
Thank you.
That was cool to see the difference between the two of them. Like, that was awesome.
Yeah, I was very pleased to do both of those back to back to kind of show the polarity between the default character and the most busted character in the game. Always a good time.
And actually, the platform at the end, the gold platform, is it random which one it like appears on?
It's not random, but because it looks like other ones, I usually have a hard time keeping track of it. There is a glitch you can do where you can purposefully fall off the edge and just respawn on it. But because I'm running glitchless, we didn't do that, naturally.
Gotcha. And also, I love this like end credits thing. That is the cutest thing in the world.
Oh, it's adorable. It's adorable. We're sharing ice cream with Glitchy. Now Glitchy's their friend. It's good stuff.
He's happy, Glitchy. I love it. I kept saying, shout outs. Where, like, what are you playing? Where can they find you? Let everybody know. Man.
So, to give the short version, I've been speedrunning since 2012. I speedrun a ton of obscure and just weird, random games. Everything you can think of, from indie games on the Switch to old 64 games to weird Japanese exclusive PS1 games. You can find me over on my YouTube channel, my Twitch. I also have a content channel that I just launched called You Should Speedrun that's really cool.
Nice.
Yeah. I also do a lot of co-op runs with a few other runners too, and you can find me on some of their channels too. I won't shout them all out, but I also did want to give a shout out to the Toree community and Marcus, the dev. Love Ciactro's games, good stuff, and yeah, thanks for having me. This has been a blast.
Oh, of course. And is there a Discord for Toree too?
Yep. There's a Toree series speedrun server. You can find basically anything you need to know about any of the Toree games there.
Love it.
Very, very friendly, very dedicated community.
Yeah, I want to give GG's one more time for Cuff14 for that absolutely amazing 2-character Toree 2 run, which was so awesome. But before we head to break, I have one task for you, friends. You have to listen very carefully. If you are not part of the official GDQ Discord, you really should be part of the official GDQ Discord. And what you could do is even add the hotfix role. You get the role and you keep tabs on upcoming events. You could talk with staff and other showrunners and more, and just hang out with other friends of hotfix. So what you should be typing in chat right now is !Discord right in Twitch chat, and you will find out more info, and it'll take you right to the Discord server. So with that, enjoy your hydration break, head over to the Discord server, and when you come back, we will be back with TSR Storm's run. And go join the hotfix server or GDQ server, get the hotfix role, !Discord and chat. But we have one more run. Before that, I have one more thing to say and that is, if you've missed out on any of our shows or events, all you have to do is head out over to youtube.com and /GamesDoneQuick and check out our VODs. And if you're watching over at YouTube, hi from the past. You should head over to twitch.tv /GamesDoneQuick and watch us live. We have amazing programming throughout the entire week. Check us out there. But without further ado, we have one more run for the night. That is Banjo-Tooie by TSR Storm. So take it away.
Yo, so we're doing some Banjo-Tooie any percent. This run is very difficult. This game is pretty big, but the any percent is pretty fast. And I'm going to be having Hag commentating the run.
Hello.
Yo, Hag, what's up?
Oh,
so,
you know.
It's just going on. All right.
Just chilling.
That's good to hear. Cool. All right. I'm ready to go. I guess I can give a countdown. So, 3, 2, 1, go.
Good luck.
Thank you. All right.
Good luck, man.
So, right out of the bat, we're playing on the Japanese version. The Japanese version actually loses about a second due to text, but there is one cutscene that we can skip on the Japanese version. Oh my gosh, okay, I missed that. Dang it. All right, whatever, that's fine.
Movie.
Yeah, so there's a cutscene skip we can do here to skip Klungo here, but it's okay. We can just watch him. We love Klungo here, so.
We're getting the full experience.
I know, full Banjo-Tooie experience. So, all right. So now we got to get these speed shoes just really fast to get into the cave, and then we're gonna collect one stock of eggs. And yeah, and we're gonna go fight Klungo. So Klungo has 3 potions that he can pull out. I think it's green, blue, and red. Yeah. And did I not pull out speed shoes? Nice. Okay, whatever. That's fine. I'm supposed to get rid of speed shoes, but I thought I pressed B, so that's weird. All right. But yeah, let's see what potion we get. And so the slowest potion I think is red. Okay, so we got blue. Blue's kind of, I don't really like blue, but he basically just duplicates. And we're just gonna hit him 3 times. Really easy stuff, nothing much to this. We're just going around. Gotta hit Klungo. Make sure not to hit the wrong one. It's really easy to hit the wrong one here.
Yeah, blue's probably the hardest one to do in like a no reset run, because typically you would shoot an egg from far away, but it's like random which way he spawns. So
oh, nice! You just hit me.
You kind of have to just do it slow.
Yeah, I'm just gonna do it.
Run.
Yeah, I'm gonna do it really safe here and just wait for him to come out. That's okay. But yeah, now we're done with Klungo, and we're about to head to Jinjo Village to collect our one and only Jiggy in this run. We're not going to be collecting any other Jiggies. And we're not going to even be using the Jiggy either. So,
oh wow.
Yeah. And we're not going to be opening any worlds. So we're just going to be going straight into worlds early and just break the entire game in half. So
Love it.
yeah, we're going to be having some fun here. All right, and so I got to get this treble clef on this, I think, Red Jinjo house. Yep. It's a very, like, precise jump. You have to be at the very tip of this, like, door frame here. Let's see if I get it. Nice. Okay.
Oh, he got it.
Very
Very
cool.
nice.
Awesome. And now we're going to go speak to King Jingling. He's going to give us our Jiggy, but more importantly, he's going to open up our way to Wooden Hollow. And that's the only reason why we need to talk to him. Is we don't even... He gives us a Jiggy, we don't need it. We just get it because he gives it to us, so we got to get it, so... yeah, that Jiggy... This technically could be a 0 Jiggy run, but if there is a way to skip this, which there is, I think, in a task setting, to like bit clip. So bit clips we're gonna be doing in this run, but we'll explain that later. But there's a way to skip this door, but it's TAS only. We can't do it RTA. So yeah, we have to collect that Jiggy. All right, and then Banjo's slowly just gonna walk out of here, and yeah, we're gonna try to skip this cutscene.
That strut though, like
I know that's strut.
Yeah, he's on a mission.
He's on a mission. Yeah, we're trying to beat this game in under 30 minutes here, hopefully. All right. Hopefully I got the cutscene skip. I might have pressed B a little bit too early. Okay, that's okay. You can press B there at a specific time and it won't switch screens, but you know, it just only loses like maybe a second or two. That's A-okay. All right, we're gonna learn Omezo Gaze Goggles. This is important for our bit clips that we're about to do. We'll explain that in just maybe a couple minutes. I'm trying to jump over that guy, one of Bottle's sons. He, for some reason, has a text box trigger, and he's really annoying, and he goes around and walks around. It's stupid. All right, and so me skipping that cutscene right there is the reason why we're playing on the Japanese version. You cannot do that on the US version. Nice plateau. And so we're going to be doing plateau early here, so that completely skips going into Mayhem Temple. We don't even need to go into Mayhem Temple now. And now we're going to be making our way up here and getting these notes, and then getting into Glitter Gulch Mine early. And this will be the first Glitter Gulch Mine early of the run. We'll be doing 3 of them. So this trick isn't that hard at all. But it can be pretty finicky, so hopefully we can get it pretty quickly here. The camera's being kind of weird.
He's basically just trying to beak bust through a very small little crack.
Very small little crack.
And he got it. He got it first try.
nice.
Yeah, a little bit slow, but still got it the first beak bust first try, which is nice. All right. I'm going to be getting that Globo so we can become the detonator. Detonator is important for setting up a glitch that's coming up called Delayed Cutscene Warp. Basically, we're going to be hijacking a cutscene so that we can warp to the final boss in Glitter Gulch Mine. So it's pretty overpowered. This saved like over 2 hours from the normal no delayed cutscene warp route. And
Just this move right here?
Or so
like just a combination of things.
Combination of things, yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. So there's this Saucer of Peril cutscene that we're about to activate. It's just step 1 of activating like the cutscene that we need. Hopefully we can get a punch here, nice. And yeah, we're gonna be collecting some notes, and we're gonna be blowing up these rocks so that the Saucer of Peril can kind of just like wait outside Witchy World. All right. And then there's just like a long cutscene. A lot of cutscenes in this game. Thankfully, in this run, we don't watch a lot of them at all. But in 100%, it is just cutscene haven. So, if you like cutscenes, watch 100% speedruns. Ag is really good at 100% speedruns.
It's got probably like 40 minutes or more of cutscenes.
Yeah, no, it's ridiculous. Get that note, please. And then we're going to be using that TNT to die with our explosion. Then we're going to be heading back into Wumba's. And jumping into the pool. And we're going to be collecting some more notes. A lot of this run is just collecting notes. So the reason why we need to get notes is because we need 315, I believe, to obtain Clockwork Kazooie eggs that are required to beat the final boss. And so that's basically our entire run right now, is trying to get those 315 notes. And we're actually skipping a lot of moves right now. So like normally we probably have grip grab here. We don't have grip grab. We don't have egg aiming. We're not going to have that during the run. So like the first person egg aiming. Yeah, we're going to completely skip that. We're not going to have build drill, which is just to the right of us. We're going to be skipping a lot of stuff. So compared to the like no bit clips route. Let me actually need to take damage here. Oh, that's okay. I got some iframes there on accident. But we can take some damage somewhere else. Oh, no. Oh, nice. All right, we're gonna get some speed shoes here again, and we're gonna go get some notes in the back of this level. I'm gonna try to take some damage on this guy. Kind of a weird route, but it works out.
Is there a particular reason you're taking damage from that particular, or that enemy?
Yeah, we're gonna be doing a death warp here in a second.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, he's basically just trying to get down to as close to like 1 health as possible so that he can easily die after he's getting all the notes.
Yeah, this TNT right here is gonna kill me here in a second.
It's just like the fastest way to get back to the beginning of the level, essentially, in the Banjo games, is just to die.
Gotcha.
Yeah, a lot of death warps in this game, so. Hopefully we can get out pretty easily. Okay, cool. All right. Now we're gonna learn fire eggs. So these are important for 2 things. 1, it's good for a big clip setup, and 2, we need to use fire eggs to get to the next area. I usually you need egg aim to get to this next area, but we're gonna be using some cool movement to fire an egg on this switch. Alright, and so, oop, that should work. And so yeah, that skips us needing egg aim to pretty much shoot that switch, and now we can get to the next area. And in a second, we're going to be doing what is known as a bit clip. Basically, these are floating point routing errors in the grounds. They're just like tiny gaps that you can go into. They are so small. They're like 100,000th of units small. And we need a very, very precise setup to get them, or get into the spot. And I'm about to be doing that, and these tricks absolutely suck. They are the most inconsistent tricks, and probably in the Banjo series of games. And so hopefully we can get it. It's going to look really, really weird, but when we get a first try, I'll be really happy. So, yeah. So we have to reset our position here, so we're just going to be heading over to this loading zone. Alright. And then go back in. And now we're going to do the setup. So this is really difficult. These enemies can also, be anywhere, and if they hit you, then you have to restart the entire setup. Alright, first part done. We have to zoom in with a Mazo Gaze. That's how we got on Mazo Gaze. We're going to be doing twirly whirlies, get to a very specific angle. Ooh, that might have been a 2-framer, but we'll see. We want to have 1-frame punch cancels, so... The punch cancels are very, precise ways of getting to spots on the ground. Oof. Okay, this last one is... Ooh. That's okay. We missed the last pause there, but that's okay. At least we got it.
Yeah, so he fell through the floor, but then you have to do a frame perfect pause to basically go under the floor and around the barrier to get in the witchy world. So he has to try to get that set up, fall through the floor, and then also get a frame perfect pause.
Jeez.
That's why my estimate is so high when I have a 27 in this category.
Fair.
These are very, very difficult and very inconsistent. Alright, last frame. Alright, that should be it. Nice. Alright,
Nice, you
now
got it.
we're in. Alright, only about a minute. That's pretty good. Really nice. Alright, awesome.
Oh, that was so cool.
Yeah, I know, it's super awesome. I love that trick. I just like showing that off. It blows people's minds, like, what the heck? What's going on there? It's just so precise, though. Like, we have to use programs to find those setups. And shoutouts to like Ring Rush and Captain Cole for finding setups.
It just fascinates me with like games like this, Jack and Daxter series. Like there's so bizarre of setups for these tricks, and it boggles my mind how people find these.
I know, it's so crazy. Like you need a computer science degree to find this stuff, and they find them. You know,
Yeah.
it's so crazy.
It's true. They literally make like programs to like find the setups.
It's wild.
Insane.
Yeah, and there's not a lot going on here. We're actually going to be doing another level early here to get into Pterodactyl Land. But right now we're just kind of collecting notes. Nothing really happening. But yeah, we're about to do another one. We're about to, enter Pterodactyl Land early. And this one's actually harder than the previous one, so hopefully this goes well. But if not, that's okay. I'm expecting to spend maybe a couple minutes on this, but if we don't, I mean, I'll be pretty satisfied. Because right now I'm on like a 28 pace, so...
It's like, hey, I'm assuming you do the 100% runs. Do you have to use that bit clip to get into this area, or is it just not needed?
I don't do them, but Hag does, but you can do the bit clips, but nobody does them because they're really hard, and you probably have to do them like 2 hours into the run, and that would suck, so... uh-oh. Oops. Missed my...
Yeah, there is a route that does bit clips at 100%, but yeah, like you said, like no one really does it because it's just
so
it's
difficult.
not really worth it. It doesn't save nearly as much time as it does in 80%.
Fair.
Yeah. I mean, if there was a way to get into Click-Clock-Wood, that's the wrong game. Clock Cuckoo Land.
Yeah,
really,
Banjo-Kazooie, they do. A lot of people do bit clips at 100%.
Yeah, those are a lot easier, though.
Gotcha.
Yeah. All right, here we go. Right into our next setup here for a bit clip. And so, kind of just the same stuff, same mechanics as the last one. Trying to pause on very specific frames. Okay, I think I got a bad frame there, maybe a lag frame. That was way too early. Oof, I think we're just on a bad frame. Sometimes you just get unlucky. You don't, like, I don't think there's anything I could do about that, so... Oh my gosh, okay, this is just not cooperating with me. Wow. Okay, game. I see your play, Because, yeah, this game is very laggy, so if you, it's just like, it's so easy to mess up these because in this game, if you get lag, your speed increases by like 1.5x, I think. Did I get it? Okay, I think I did. Awesome. Wow. Okay, I'm really satisfied with this. Okay, so now the run's easy.
Nice.
Okay, now we're good. Now we don't have to worry about anything else, really. Except for maybe this coming up. There's like a frame perfect jump we have to do to get around this caveman that's blocking the exit here. Awesome, we got a first try. Wow.
Yeah, that's honestly really impressive to get those first try.
Dang.
And right here, he's doing a thing called Oogle Boogle Skip, which is also frame perfect. So you have to, basically the game like pushes you back when you're coming from behind. So he has to like jump at the right frame to like get through.
Hopefully I didn't miss any notes, but I don't think I did. But we're just kind of going through TDL now, not doing much in here, just collecting notes. As I said, just a lot about collecting notes in this run. Yeah, pretty crazy that we're in like the 5th level, like 17 minutes in. Really cool. And then I'm gonna try to do some complicated movement. Alright, that's good. Alright, should have 295 here. Oops. Yeah, so in this game, you can actually flutter out of a Talon Trot, and that's really annoying. There's a lot of spots where you can accidentally do that, and yeah, that happens a lot. And it loses you some time. Oh, actually, save some time there. I'm using my splits just to know if I'm on track. But yeah, we're on really good pace right now. We're like sub 30 still. So, alright, I'm gonna be careful here because you can like fall down here and just like, because I don't want to do both of the bit flips again. So I'm just gonna take that save. Alright, here's our last 2 notes here, and now we got all our notes. We don't have to collect anything else. Good to go. We're gonna learn our Clockwork Kazooie eggs. We're gonna head back into Glitter Gulch Mine. We're gonna do GGM early again. We're gonna be setting up our delayed cutscene warp glitch. Oh, we got a bonk, nice. So there is a 11% chance you can get a bonk there, and or not there, but every single silo in the game. And it loses time, so you don't want to have that happen. Yeah, I'm really.
We had to have a bonk.
Yeah, we
it
have
just
to
had
have
to
a bonk.
happen for this run.
Yeah, no, just one.
You're on way too good of a pace. The game's like, hold on a second.
Yeah.
Take this bonk.
Sometimes this can be kind of stupid, but there you go. Oh, you just skip my split. There we go. All right.
Nice.
Now we're in Glitter Gulch Mine again, and we're gonna go back to Witchy World actually, so that we can open up this gate for the Sorcerer Peril, and we're gonna be resetting the game here to kind of corrupt, I guess, or I don't really know why this works, but for some reason, if you reset here or somehow like save and quit, I think sometimes you can do that. You can store this cutscene, and next time you watch it, when you go into Fuel Depot, it will play the last cutscene. Nice, okay. I was actually having trouble with this, so that's nice that we got it. Then I'm just going to be safe here and wait for the next screen to pop up, and that's how I know the game's saved. The game saves after every loading zone, so... Awesome. Alright. Wow, I'm really, really, really satisfied with this. Because I was expecting to get like 36 or something. That's why I put my estimates so high, because this run is just... it is so brutal. But I'm really happy about this.
I'm noticing that for pretty much every run this episode's been, I set my estimate really high, but I'm just gonna absolutely destroy that estimate.
Yeah. And now we're gonna be watching the Hag 1 cutscene here in the replay mode, and we have it set up there so that we got rid of like all the other menu options. So in this game, you actually unlock all the replay mode stuff. And if you had like a clean cart, like if you got it, you went to the store in 2000 and you bought this game, there would be nothing in the replay menu. And we have it set up so that only very few options are on there. Like I think it's just like the 3 Klungos and then Hag 1, the final boss. So that's just a really way to fastly navigate. And I think that saves around 4 seconds to a like complete replay menu. Alright, and we kind of just got to watch this cutscene, not too much you can do here. If we were on the Xbox version, I could actually skip this. There's a way to sign out here, and it saves like 40 seconds or something. It's pretty big. But the Xbox version's actually slower for this category because bit clips actually don't work the same way on Xbox. There's something, I don't know why it doesn't work, but I've looked into it and they just don't work the same way. You can't get stuck in the ground. That doesn't allow you to like get into Witchy World early or Pterodactyl Land early, so yeah, it's really weird. I don't know why it doesn't work like that, but alright. we're about to save and quit here. So now this cutscene is stored in memory. And so the next time we go into Few Depot, we'll play the cutscene, and we'll go to Hag 1. And something scary about Hag 1, which I actually have a, what do you call it, like a safety file. So if I die in Hag 1, you actually respawn in Glitter Gulch Mine, you have to like reset like your file and do it again. But I have a separate file just in case if I do die. I never die during Hag 1, so hopefully that doesn't happen. So we have to do Glitter Gulch Mine early again. Do like 3 times this run. This is probably a bad angle. Oh, it worked. Okay, cool. Alright. And so now we're going into the Hag 1. And so the cutscene will play here as soon as we enter this room.
Now we get to watch that cutscene again.
Oh yeah.
Yep. And now we're in Hag 1. Now we're in the final boss. 20 minutes into the run. Pretty crazy stuff. Yeah, because normally without this glitch, it actually takes around like 2.5 hours to beat this game. So it was a huge discovery when it was found. It also is a bit controversial because you use like save data. Like the replay mode is you gain the options on there with save data. So people think it's like, oh well, you're not really beating the game if you're using another game save or another like part of the game's save data or whatever. But I mean, they're permanently unlocked, so like, not much you can really do about it, anyways.
Fair.
Yeah. All right. I'm gonna get some extra eggs. I actually don't really need that many because I did PDL really first try. I'm gonna try to do a beak bust. There you go. I like doing that. It's kind of funny. It literally, it's just a swag thing, and it doesn't save any time. Just shakes the screen during that little cutscene. Alright.
Swag is always worth though.
Swag, yep. Hopefully I can do it a couple more times, but just gonna kind of take it slow. Usually you'd probably just like go around a talon trot and get these egg nests. I mean, I don't really need any. I already collected a ton of eggs, but and yeah, we're pressing B there to skip the quiz thing because it's slow and we don't want to answer it. Also, I don't know how to read Japanese, so that'll probably be a problem.
Yeah, she actually shoots the fireballs faster when you get the answer wrong, so it's like faster to actually...
Yeah, that's true.
To fail your
Hit
final
her.
exam.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Alright, we're gonna be looking up here just to kind of reduce some lag. I think she shoots 4 rockets. That's the last one. I'm gonna try to do another beak buster. Okay, I think I might have did that a little bit too early, but it doesn't matter. I'm just screwing around. All right. Now she's gonna pull out a second rocket, and there's gonna be 2 of them shooting at me. But we're gonna do the same thing again and just go into first person and avoid them. Reduce some lag. And then she shoots 6 rockets. It's 3, 4, 5, 6. And then you jump down again. Alright. Now we're gonna get to the phase where we gotta like shoot some clockwork. So this is the reason why we needed to get clockwork kazooie eggs. We have to go into our like exhaust pipe and blow up some batteries. But yeah, that's the only reason why we need clockwork kazooie eggs, just for that. If there was a way to skip that, we would probably be here a lot quicker, honestly. I don't know how much quicker, but it would be like 5 minutes quicker or something. I don't know. It'd save a lot of time. And I'm just gonna kind of chill over here and try to lag reduce as much as possible. I'm not the best at the Hag 1 fight, so definitely don't take any tips from this.
You're doing great.
Yeah.
Thank you, Hag.
Yeah, I'm looking at the time going, no, you're fine. You're doing good.
Shoot a clockwork egg, try to get into the pipe. It's kind of difficult. And then hope we don't get hit by a minion here. Usually they're cooperative, but sometimes they can be annoying. Then turn the camera there, lag reduce, a lot of lag reduction. Tooie's a laggy game. Just kind of gonna chill over here again.
Do you know if the amount of lag is like the same on all the different consoles, or is there one that's just absolutely a nightmare?
Well, this version has the most amount of lag of the N64 version. Xbox has no lag. It's like a perfect 30 FPS, no dips at all, and it's so nice to play. But it's a little bit slower than N64 for a couple categories, and it's on Xbox, so not a lot of people run it. Why am I using these eggs? Okay, whatever. That works. I'm supposed to use fire eggs there, but that's okay. As long as she's getting hit there, I think we're good. So, alright, last battery before she stops moving around. Alright. Yeah, I think Hag 1, this boss fight, is the reason why Japanese uses like a second here. There's just some text boxes that are pretty long. There's also a lot of text boxes that actually save time over English. Oh my gosh. Aimed a little bit too high there. That's okay. I might actually... No, I'm good actually. Yeah, I'm fine. I was thinking like maybe I need more fire eggs, but I'm just gonna use blue eggs. Oh my gosh. Oh gosh. I'm just gonna kind of chill around here. Yeah, go away, minion.
Don't let her win.
Yeah, don't let her win. I don't want to die. I'm not close to dying, but don't die. Yeah, I'm kind of choking it, but it's okay. Very great run, even before Hag 1, so.
Yeah, you're still smoking your estimates, so. Oh. It still fascinates me knowing just how long Banjo-Tooie normally is. When I saw that estimate, I was like,
That's time over.
GG's. Nice.
GG's. That was a really
Sub
good
30,
run.
dude. What the hell? That's
It's
crazy.
amazing.
I was not expecting this at all. I was expecting to get like a 42-minute run, you know, just like failing the bit clips over and over again. Wow, I'm so proud of this run.
Just casual God Gamer status, that's all.
I know. Yeah, only like 2 minutes off my PB, so I mean that's
Nice.
not great for other runs, but that's pretty good for a marathon for this category. So
Yeah,
I will take
with something as difficult as bit clipping, you have to do it twice. 2 minutes off PB, all right, pop off.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, awesome.
Yeah.
All right.
Shout outs. Where can they find both of you? What are you currently playing?
So I'm actually currently kind of grinding out Banjo-Kazooie 80% for the Xbox version. The Xbox version is really fast. It saves like 20 minutes over N64 for the first game. And yeah, I've been grinding that out, trying to get world record, trying to get that. I think it's like a 36 minute time. And yeah, maybe someday I could try to do like a back-to-back sub-hour Banjo-Kazooie, Banjo-Tooie like run. I don't know.
Ooh,
That'd be cool.
that'd be
really
nice.
sick. But yeah, just check out if you want to speedrun this game. There's a lot of cool people that help you out, and yeah, definitely check out the speedrun Discord on speedrun.com. People will answer your questions. They want you to succeed in this game, so yeah.
And Hag, where can they find you? What you playing?
So you could just find me twitch.tv/hag. I'm currently on vacation as the chat is making fun of me, but when I'm not on vacation, you'll find me probably learning the new Tooie 100% route. That's probably what I'll be doing next. A lot of Tooie.
Yeah, that'll be really cool. Yeah, new route for 100%, so definitely want to check out Hag's stream for that.
Nice. Again, GG's to both of you. Keep shouting out these awesome two, well, one currently playing, apparently one on vacation, but yeah, give some love to two amazing people. That was a fantastic Banjo-Tooie run, and overall, that was a fantastic episode of Express Lane. On behalf of my sleeping Galahad, wherever he is, he wanted to thank you all for coming to his birthday party and all of the awesome wishes there. But that said, we are done for the night. However, if you missed anything on Awfully Silly or Express Lane, we got you covered. All you have to do is stay where you are, because we're just going to replay both shows right after a really short break. And if you tune in tomorrow starting at 7 p.m. Eastern, you can watch Challenger Approaching and Speedruns from the Crypt. So on behalf of everybody that appeared on Express Lane, oh my god, I can't even say the name of my show anymore. On behalf of everybody from Express Lane today, I was 424, and I will see you in 2 weeks. Bye!